Now this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the New England Patriots. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. This defense for the Pats, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
On second down, right back to Hunt. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taken at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential? Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And the Pats are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How
about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. They run. Robinson. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Every time I see James Robinson make a run, as we just saw there, one word comes to mind for me, and that's determined. Undrafted, out of Illinois State, always doubted, and all he did, finished 6th in the NFL in rushing. What a find he was in 2020, and he expects that to continue in 2021.
No, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua. And they'll go back to Robinson. This time he's got him. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That's complete to Dissly, the tight end. And he will have a Patriots first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field, all right? This is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Robinson now off the option. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Looking to pass. Tua. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Tyler Boyd with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. That's a gain of 7. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
And he's going to have a Patriots first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On the run, it's Robinson. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll get this out wide to Boyd. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 30.
So many times in my career, talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run here with Robinson. And some room to roam now. A solid stiff arm. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 52 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run it now with Robinson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
Two and now, 3rd and goal. And caught by Cooper. Touchdown, New England. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the 47-yard line.
To throw is Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And Watson has enough for the first down yardage as he slides to the turf.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll try the air now with Watson. They'll roll him out right. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. On 4th down, Watson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. The Pats at the line ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 77 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Meanwhile, Tua's throw taken in by Cooper here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Demarcus Robinson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 28-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
And now Watson throws another interception.
Picked off by Tony Jefferson.
And the Patriots are going to get the football here at their own 23. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he'll be out right at the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Jerry Hughes able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Traditionally, as a defense, your #1 job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important 1st sack if they do want to turn things around.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. 49, got Trail green.
Here's Tua. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. At a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this 1st half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this 1st half. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Now, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go, hey. Go, Mike 34, Mike 34.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Devon Hamilton in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
106 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, it's Robinson. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play there for New England.
Well, James Robinson, a surprise star last year as an undrafted rookie, 5'10", 220. He is a tough man to get to the ground.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, Frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On second down now. It's Robinson, and this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on third. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on fourth down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on fourth down.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown, Patriots. Will Dissly, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, and for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. This is caught. It's Boyd. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big play there for the Patriots. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can.
And he is in. Touchdown, New England. James Robinson. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good one.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
On first down, Robinson.
165 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
49, guys. Mike.
Tua going to throw. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And the Falcons grab it. And now look at him go. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Watson now to throw. Forced out to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, it's Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dean Lowry in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now a handoff. Hunt's going to run left. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The Falcons on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. Steps away to his left. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Antonio Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off into 4th. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Robinson now off the option. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
New England on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Tua. Man open is Robinson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. That's complete to Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Robinson now off the option. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Pushing his way through. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and very short. That was huge after being behind the chains on 1st down to make this 2nd very manageable.
Man, how much pride do you have in an offense on 1st down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on 2nd down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Check 9, check 9. Show it up, show it up.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead.
Set to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trailed, and my goodness, another interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Pats are going to take over here up near the 40. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Let's go. 60 red. 60 red. Let's go. 49 red. Go.
Robinson now off the option. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Set. 52 blue. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Smash. Smash. Kill, kill, kill.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down. And some space here. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
33. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Robinson, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Fury.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Back. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. He'll get it to the 40. He broke a tackle there, but couldn't get much further. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.